I was still shocked and petrified as I stood face to face with Victor. I knew that these people were fully armed, dangerous and high on marijuana. They were trigger happy, but I had decided that I was not going to go down as anything less than the alpha of the BNM. Wow. Welcome to Impacting Humanity in Imperfection. I have just read from my novel, the first paragraph of page 4. In the first video, we discussed identifying the root cause and dealing with it rather than dealing with the symptoms. But today, what I want us to do is we're going to delve deeper into it, looking at a root cause analysis. In my last video, we started to build a foundation, and the foundation was about dealing with the root cause rather than the symptoms. We discovered that dealing with the symptoms or symptom would be like scratching the surface rather than delving into what's causing the issue and dealing with it head on. Okay? If we don't address the root cause, it starts to fester. It starts to grow tentacles, and it starts to permeate into various facets of society. And that becomes a problem. And I believe that probably that's where we are in most societies, where we've left or allowed the root cause fester for too long, and it's grown into a big beast, and now we're chasing our tails. Referring back to my novel, Remy was presenting so many symptoms. He was gregarious, rebellious, belligerent, ended up being in a gang, and his father, Austin Ukadike, was lost as how to deal with Remy. His father had only one panacea, which was the cane, but that didn't work with Remy. So Austin Ukadike missed the mark, and I would have, as a father, because I would have been chasing after the symptoms rather than the root cause. Okay, so in my last video, there were some pertinent questions that were asked, one major question that was asked, as saying, who was or what was Remy a product of? Okay, so I went back, I looked at it objectively. Even though I was the author of the book, of the novel, I looked at it objectively. Took myself out of it so I could look at it objectively from a third person's perspective. And I also put myself in it, and it got me thinking. I believe that Remy was searching for relevance, which was a major root cause for his insolence, his display of symptoms, various negative symptoms. He was searching for, there was a quest for his relevance, who he was. He was looking for self, for his purpose, his calling. Don't forget, Remy was the last but one child. He wasn't as academically gifted as his other siblings, so he was just there, largely overlooked. So he felt irrelevant. So he was searching for his relevance in life. So we're going to tabernacle here for some weeks to come as we start to unpack and we start to talk about this important root cause that affects every single one of us. There's no one alive who is immune to it. We are all in a quest for relevance. We are constantly and continually looking for our relevance in life. Dr. Miles Monroe of blessed memory was spot on. He was apt when he described the graveyard as one of the richest places on earth. Okay, what did he mean by this? It was because it housed people who have died with unrealized dreams, unrealized potential, unrealized relevance. So they've been underutilized, under-maximized, all gone to waste. So that's why he called it the most richest place on earth. It also reminds me of a quote that I came across. And the quote says that we are all in the quest to find our relevance in life. We would continue searching for this until we find it or until we expire looking for it. For me, there are 5 stages that when we're looking at the root cause analysis, there are 5 stages that we would go through, with one of the stage being the root cause and the last stage being the exhibition of a full-blown symptoms. And then we have 3 other stages in between. 5 stages that I believe we would go through. Okay, however you look at it, whether you start from the beginning, the root cause, and work your way down to the bottom, the full-blown symptoms, or you start from the bottom, the full-blown symptoms, and then filter your way or work your way up to the root cause, it still gives you the same outcome. So Remy was in the quest for his relevance, which was the root cause. Okay, and when there is a quest for relevance where you are unsure, it leads to restlessness. That is another stage. Restlessness brings frustration. Crossroad, you're frustrated, you're on a crossroad, you don't know if it's left or right or center. Then comes desperation. The red flag, desperation before the exhibition of the full-blown symptoms. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it has to, the symptoms would not manifest itself along as you go along. But if you notice, I said full-blown symptoms at the end. Okay, so next time we will be delving into the root cause which affects every one of us, which is the quest for relevance, your purpose in life. Sometimes you hear me use affirmation, who you are, yourself. And we'll talk about this. Like I said, we will tabernacle here for some weeks to come while we discuss this and we try and break it down. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time today. Join me next time. Subscribe to my pages on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Visit maido.com, my website, see what we're doing there. And stay tuned as we impact humanity in our imperfection collectively. Thank you.